almost ready. We're ready. I don't think Tyrone ever sleeps, does he? Hi, Tyrone. How you doing, buddy? Yellow, white. Yellow, white. Ready, Tink? 3, 2, 1, go.
The recording has started.
Greetings, family! Hey, welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB2Bs. It's December the 2nd of 2021. I greet you in agape love. We are KTFalways.com. You are a member of KTFalways.com, right? You're not. You should be. You should be, because the other sites, they just copy and paste us, but they don't go into the depths that we do on our UB2Bs. And these UB2Bs are coming to an end. Yeah. Welcome tonight to our conference call. It is about the study of the Iraqi dinar. And everything that we say is strictly in our opinion. This is a speculative investment. I'm not going to give you a date or a rate and say that's it. But I am going to tell you what the CBI, what the government of Iraq is doing, and you can then take our information, our opinions to God in prayer, and make your own decision. It's pretty exciting right now, to be honest with you. I came on a little bit early because I don't want to take time away from our Bible study tonight. I want to talk to you for the next 20 minutes. And then we're going to bring in an infomercial with Will, and they're going to talk for a bit. And then when they're done, I'm going to talk again until 7 o'clock. And then at 7, we will turn it over to our KTFA Pastor Kendall for our Thursday Bible study. And I know that there'll be hundreds and hundreds that are going to come and follow me to the Bible study, right? Well, good. I said, are you a member of KTFalways.com? Because the heartbeat of our study can be found in our final article thread. So go ahead and turn to KTFalways.com. Turn to the final article thread. Turn to page 66. It's post number 1321. It's the last post on page 66. And what we're going to do, family, is we're going to look at these articles that have come out this week, this past week, because that's where these articles are from last week. You're seeing them this week, but they're from last week. And they will... They validate our study, what we share with you. All honor and glory to God. But like I told you, last week, you see, the year 2021 is for the purpose of educating the citizens about their monetary reform. Not their economic reform. They'll take a part of it because they will receive jobs. But the main thing is that they are educating them in the year of 2021 about the new small category notes, about the new exchange rate. And what did I say to you is in the 2021 budget? What did I say is in the 2022 budget? What? What did I say is in the white papers? Wow, I must be really putting them to sleep, Tink.
Good deal, Ray.
There you go. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Ray. The rate. Now, last week, like I told you on Monday's UB2B, they educated them on the pros and cons of their monetary reform. And it was a video. It was an hour long. And the video concentrated mainly on what Eminem shared with you on Monday. They're international. We know that, Frank. Okay. But they told the citizens they're international. Yeah. Did they tell them they're Article 8? They don't really have to. Why not? The definition of Article 8 for someone that is illiterate will just go in one ear and out the other. But tell them that their currency now has the ability to leave their country or to come into their country. That's never happened before. So they told them that this is the first time ever. This is the first time ever. Yeah, remember I told you it's a generation. When did we arrive? 2003. It's a whole generation that has never seen their own currency. Almost 20 years. So the education process that is occurring in the year 2021, you've seen it all year. I've brought it to you month after month after month. Massive commercials. Look, it says massive commercials. Oh, okay. They're going to teach them about the new small category notes. Oh, look, they're talking about new small category notes and what they were back in the 1940s and what they're going to bring in out. Oh, yeah. So again, all honor and glory to God. Everything we've told you has been spot on, Governor, spot on. So this week, what did I tell you on Monday? What did I tell you on Monday? That they would talk to them about this week. What? I'll wait. I've got 15 more minutes to talk. But did I tell you that the pros and cons video that would continue? What would they talk to them about this week? Hey, Eddie, get ready because I think they're going to talk to you about... Yeah, what? About what in the pros and cons? Happy birthday, Tink. What are they going to talk to you about in the pro and con video? Last week they talked about the digital, how they're international, their currency, sovereign. Okay, all right. And I told you, what are they going to talk to them about this? Hey, Rich, how you doing? Frank, they are seeing... Shh, Rich, no. Not right now, Rich. Okay, you should maybe call me tonight. Anyways, you all know Rich. That's the original Delta. That's Iceman. We have a lot of respect for him. So yeah, the new small cat. Yeah, oh, very good, all of you. Once again, Ray, Kathy. Yeah. Wouldn't it be amazing if they showed them the new small category notes? But first, they have to explain to them the new small category notes. They have to explain to them the exchange rate changing. I mean, think about it. You barely have an education of maybe first grade, second grade, and they hand you something brand new, a new currency, and you're supposed to understand and go about your business? Of course not. Silly rabbit. So that's why the education is so important. Why? Because it must not fail with the citizens of Iraq. Well, how many times do they have to repeat this, Frank, over and over and over again until they feel that their satisfied. And then when they're satisfied, they move on to the next subject. What did they talk to them about last week? Digital, international, sovereignty. Our currency can leave the borders. Okay, then what? They repeated it. All right. No need to repeat it again. It'd be an insult, right? Yeah. So let's talk about something new. So I said to you on Monday's UB2V, Eddie, prepare yourself, son. The video will continue, and there'll be part 2 in the pros and cons, and they're going to show you more this week. So, I have all intentions to tell you what they told them today. Praise God. But before we do, and I've still got 11 minutes, come on over here. Tink. Now that you've turned to ktfalways.com, and now that you are on page 66 of our final article thread, let's get to studying together. That's good, Tink.
Okay.
That's really good.
Crooked.
I'm happy. Final article number 1321. Because we are, Jan, as soon as Will calls, you have my phone?
No.
Got to go get my phone. As soon as he calls, put him on hold, and I introduce them. Final article number 1321. Al-Kazimi advisors the repetition, of the scenario of the global economic closure is out of the question. And during 2022, we expect to conduct economic activities at the level of countries in the world. Well, that's nice big talk. That's a big man shoes and big man pants you're putting on there, CBI and Kazimi. Good job. That's good. That's real good. But you can't do any of this huffing and puffing unless you are Article 8, unless you can actually protect currency, foreign currency that comes into your country, because they want to invest in your economic reform. What do you think? And what does the blue quote say? This article is because we are Article 8. Go to the next page, page 67. Page 67 starts out with final article number 1322. And what does it say? Iraq signs an international tripartite agreement to enhance cooperation in artificial intelligence. Family, what did I tell you what happened at the end of our investment study? In fact, you just saw Hillary Clinton recently being bombarded with questions on the internet. I told you she'd be back at the end. And I told you that the end of our study would usher in the end times. Artificial intelligence, in my opinion, is what's going to usher in the beast and the Antichrist. When I study this Antichrist that will be mortally wounded, but yet arise again and become like a god and take his place in the dome of Israel during the tribulation, where we Christians will not be around. Only an artificial intelligent creation could do something like that. They have not been here for a long time, I obey. You have no idea about this artificial intelligence, I obey, that can reproduce itself. Because it knows it is I am, therefore I am. They are making a false god. You have no idea about this artificial intelligence. Final article number, and why do I bring it up to you? Because like I told you, at the end of our study, it would usher in the end times. Behold. Final article number 1323. Advisor to the Prime Minister, the 2022 budget is guarded by surprises and includes appointments. Excuse me? What did you just say? The budget is guarded? What? What are you guarding? Cookies? No, but it's more delicious than cookies. What? Well, when you read this article, you're going to understand that Kazemi is trying to tell the people of Iraq that there's going to be a surprise in the 2022 budget. And it includes initiations, appointments, getting started with the economic reform because of the surprise that we have been guarding. Do you realize how much the exchange rate is so guarded? You realize the top secret involved behind that number? Now, you know it's 1-to-1, but you have no idea what it will be capped at, do you? I see what you're saying. I obey. Copy that. Now I understand you. Copy that, sister. Anyways, the 2022 budget is protected for all surprises and is rationally planned. And I put in here, yeah, it was rationally planned during the RV, the recalculation phases. The math was precise. It was pristine. It is exactly what we need. Noting that there are laws that obligate a point. In other words, we have banking laws. We have the laws in the IMF that now apply to us under Article 8. We have no choice but to appoint all the things that we now have for our budget. And it is certain that the budget includes them. Does anybody have any complaints about this? Does anybody not want to be surprised by a new rate in the budget of 2022? Because they're educating everybody in 2021 what they're going to do in 2022. Final article number 1324. Kuwait confirms receiving 1.4 billion in war compensation from Iraq. Yeah, but what are you doing? Nothing. What do you mean, what are you nothing? What are you putting in there? 0.4 billion dinars is equal to the 1.4 billion dollars. Dude, you just gave the mathematical formula. That would be 360. What? And then about an hour after this news agency put this article up, they sent it out without that information in the translation. So, was it a mistake? No, don't pay attention to that. Or was it a mistake? I can't believe you did that. Get rid of that. Put the next one up. Release the next article without that information. Honestly, I don't know. But when you look at 367, I want you to know something, family. In my opinion, the Arab... What do you mean no? In my opinion, Kuwait is being paid off for a reason right now. It is part of the agreement for Iraq to lift the value of their currency. They were in no hurry to lift the value of their currency because they couldn't pay everybody. They can pay them left and right now. And Kuwait is the first in line. Because Kuwait said, you can lift the value of your currency, but don't you dare let it go past our rate. The rate of Kuwait, I believe, is around 3.32. Fascinating. I don't know if it's a mistake. I don't know if it's an honest mistake. But the calculations are fascinating. And the war reparations, Kuwait received the 1.4 billion from Iraq. I told you they paid them off. Final article number 1325. Uncle what? You're my uncle. You're my uncle? Yeah, I'm your uncle. You see, I'm your best friend, says the CBI to the Iraqi citizens. My goodness, the things that we have, not even Americans have, not even Europe has. We are so far ahead of all of them. You got to come in. We got to teach you all this stuff. It's going to be good for you. You see, we need to know our customers. Uh, okay, uncle. But in reality, you need to know your family and educate your family. Oh, you mean the Iraqi citizens? Yeah, that's what we're doing. Happy birthday, Frank. Well, thank you, CBI. And that's the final articles. Let's turn this around, Tink. First, blood. Ooh, so, yeah, there you go. How's that? What do you think? When you look at the article that is talking about the surprise, can you think of anything that would be a greater surprise than the value that the citizens seek? I want to read, because I got 1 minute before our advertisers come. I want to read something that Walking Stick and I want you to understand. It might hit you. It might cause a little. You see, the Iraqi citizens, it's about the purchasing power. It's not about what you want. I want purchasing power too, Frank. No, you don't. Yes, I do. You want a capital gains tax that will give you purchasing power, but not for the Iraqi dinar. It'll give my American dollar purchasing power. Hey, yeah. So you see, the Iraqis, it's all about the purchasing power that they seek. Are you listening? Are you listening or are you posting? Okay. Either way, this is so important. To the Iraqi citizens, it's not the purchasing power that they seek, that you seek. No, it's the increase in the exchange rate. Although, yes, when you think about it, both of these go hand in hand, but the key point that Walking Stick and I are making is that a dinar is a dinar in country. I don't know if anyone's really caught on to that. Go ahead, answer it, and hold on, please. A dinar is a dinar in country. And we want you to remember, the Iraqi citizens are not cashing in any of their 3-0 notes. Not like you are. They are simply exchanging. They're just simply exchanging their 3 zeros. Why didn't you keep her on, honey? Oh, you did. They are simply exchanging their 3-0 notes for the lower denominations for more purchasing power. I hope you understand what I just said to you. They are exchanging their 3-0 notes for the lower denominations for more purchasing power. In the 2022 budget, the governor of the Central Bank of Iraq and the Prime Minister Kazemi both are telling the Iraqi citizens, we have a guarded secret that was well studied and planned in the 22 budget. What's in the 22 budget, ladies and gentlemen? What's in the white papers? we now stop and we're going to turn over to Dr. Lana that was with us last week so that she can talk to you about nutritional products. Hi, Dr. Lana. There you are.
Hello. Hi,
Greetings,
Frank.
greetings.
Hello.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn this around so they can see you, and I'm going to hold it up with some boxes there.
Perfect.
Floor is
Well,
yours. Go right ahead.
hello. Thank you so much, Frank and Jan. Thank you for having me. Welcome, family. I'm Dr. Leanna Contos. So I'm going to start by sharing. I just want to empower you each time. Frank, it's so lovely to have me join you again. And I want to empower you with information and knowledge. And I just want to start. This isn't about me, but there's some things I want to respect you as a family and share some things about me so you understand what I do and how I can help this lovely family. So, what I am not, I am a board certified naturopathic doctor, but I went to school for 6 more years. My friends still think I'm a nerd, but I am also a board certified. I am a trained and certified diet and lifestyle intervention practitioner. I went to diet and lifestyle medicine school for 6 years. And then I'm a trained and certified digestive health specialist. So, what does all that mean? I am not a nutritionist. I'm not a medical doctor, although I was trained by medical doctors, by incredible medical doctors who put the patient first, put their reputation on the line to do the right thing for the patient. So I'm not a nutritionist, and I'm not a traditional naturopathic doctor. And what I mean by that is I don't use lots and lots of supplements and vitamins and things like that in my private practice. There are some things that you need, and I'm not against medical doctors. I'm not against some vitamins or supplements or even medication if you need. And what I do with my private clients is I empower them with really rare knowledge so they know how to work with their doctors. So they realize that they're the boss of their body. They're in charge of their health. Not your doctor. Your doctor's in charge of you. You're in charge of you, right? We have God who made us, and then you're in charge of your health and welfare. So I want to just make that clear of what I'm not and what I am. I'm just blessed by God. I'm a very, very different type of doctor. So that said, I want to start tonight by asking you just a couple quick questions, or just to think about it, okay? So the average human, we're kind of like a trifecta, like a triad, and we've got to have a few things in life to help us get through life. And what I mean by that is one part of the triad is love, okay? We love from our family, maybe it's romantic love from our spouse, love from our parents. That is a human thing. We're communal. We need each other. That's why Frank has built this beautiful family. Humans are communal. We need each other, okay? The second side of that is money. Oh my gosh, you say money and people are like, oh goodness, are we allowed to say that? Of course, money is the exchange. And bear with me, family, I'm going somewhere with this, I promise you. So money is the exchange. It's a currency. We no longer say, Frank wouldn't say to me, hey, Dr. Lana, I'm going to give you a pound of salt if you give me a pound of apples. It doesn't work that way. So we've got love and community and money. And what is at the base of all that? Humans need to preserve themselves. So what the heck, Dr. Lana, what are you talking about? Humans need self-preservation, okay? So we need a roof over our head. We need to know we're so blessed to live in a safe, free nation. Humans need safety, okay? And humans need to preserve themselves. So here's the problem. There's two problems with that in the beautiful United States of America. And I want you to think about this because you will be able to empower yourself and feel better and just have a healthier lifestyle and vitality and longevity if you can flip the switch in your brain about what I'm about to share. So we need to preserve our health, right? We need to preserve our body on earth. So we are raised in a nation that is founded, our healthcare system is founded on sick care. There's a lot of nations that are founded on well care, where if I was in Israel or if I was in Germany, they would be paying me to keep people well. And that's what my private clients do. But what I want you to understand is 85% of the doctor's office visits in the United States are for chronic degenerative diseases. Okay, your ongoing, your autoimmune, your MS, your fibromyalgia, your a profound failure, if you will, of the immune system. It's no one's fault. I don't want anyone to feel if you have a diagnosis or something, it's not your fault. And I'm going to tell you why it's not. But 85% of the visits in doctors' offices are for chronic degenerative diseases. And guess what is not taught in U.S. medical schools? Medical doctors are not taught how to stop, prevent, and as the research shows, reverse chronic degenerative diseases. And Frank knows this, and William knows this. I never ever say that I cure anything or heal anything. I empower clients to take control of their health so they can feel better and make well-informed decisions. So knowing that, that's a huge, huge dilemma. 85% of the doctor's office visits really can't be solved is really what that means, because we are founded in a sick care medical system, not a well care. So I'm going to help you tonight with some more things that you can do to flip that switch in your brain and say, I've got to invest in my self-preservation, in my health on earth. Because my opinion, other than, God is the most important. That's my personal opinion. But other than that, the other thing is that is most important for you on earth is your health, because you can't take care of your family or your business or anything else. We know that if we're not promoting longevity and health. So I want to share some good news. You are in 97% control of your health and your health outcomes. And you're like, okay, Dr. Lana, what the heck do you mean about that? That means 3%, we're taking 100 minus 97, right? 3% is genetic. And yes, there's some rare genetic diseases, there's some rare cancers, of course there is. And what I mean by all of this is not your fault is we're not taught in school how to eat, how to live to promote health. The food guide pyramid in the United States that we learn in grade school and junior high and high school has no prayer of helping us promote good health. And our medical doctors aren't trained to teach us specifically how to back down chronic degenerative diseases. So it's not your fault. And it's not your well-meaning medical doctor's fault. You need them for specific things, and that's what I teach people, how to work with their well-meaning medical doctors. But it's not for chronic degenerative diseases. It's not for 85% of the reasons why people are going in that office, right? So how do you positively express your genes, and what the heck does that even mean? Well, your genes, I want you to think of like inside your beautiful, miraculous bodies that God made is like an orchestra. So if you were listening to a beautiful symphony, you have the conductor up there, and maybe the flute section needs to play a little louder, and the violins need to play a little softer, and the French horns need to play louder at the end. So that's how I want you to think of your cells working, and in turn your tissues and your organs and your body working. Well, if you have a conductor that is properly telling all the instruments when to play, how loud to play, how soft to play, when to stop playing, that's what you need to happen inside your cells. That's called up-regulating and down-regulating. See, inside your cells, certain things need to turn on, and certain things need to be turned down or turn off. Think of it kind of like an orchestra, or maybe a dimmer switch in the lights in your family room, right? So what helps you upregulate or downregulate your cells? Hence, that helps positively express your genes. Two things, my friends, two things. Food and lifestyle, that's what I teach, and tandem trisynergizer. And I talk about that a lot, and I want you to, I kind of implore you to understand I'm a very, very different doctor. I'm not talking about tandem trisynergizer because it's some other supplement to take, or it's some really amazing herbs, which it is, but it's not just some supplement. It's not just some herbal pack of pills. It's not just like a vitamin supplement. And I told you I practice very, very differently, and I don't use a lot of supplements in my practice. So for me to have Protandim Trisynergizer is a big, big deal. And I'm not going to go on and on about it, but I want you to understand that there's two things that you can do to upregulate and downregulate your genes properly. One of them is learn what I teach, diet and lifestyle intervention. There's very specific things you can do, and I'm going to tell you something at the end that you can do very easily. The other thing is take that pack of Protandim Trisynergizer every day. Why? You know, over 2 years ago, family here, I wasn't saying the things that I'm saying today. We have gone through a pandemic, so things are different. It's very, very important to take it, but it's extraordinarily important to look at it in a very different light now. It's not a luxury. It wasn't a luxury before. My daughter takes it. She's in college. She's 20. She takes a pack every day. My husband takes a pack. My 85-year-old mother takes the Trisynergizer pack every day. I take it every day. And it's not a luxury. It is, like, I'm sure you have health insurance, insurance on your car, insurance on your home. This is something now that with the virus out there, and I am all about faith, not fear, so don't be fearful. And whether someone's vaccinated or whether they're not vaccinated, you have to protect your mitochondria, the powerhouse of your cell. You've got to positively upregulate or downregulate or positively express your genes. You've got to do it. Now, we don't have a choice with what's going on out there. You've got to do that. So it's very, very simple to do. You take a pack of those with a meal, with breakfast or with lunch. Don't take them at dinner, and I'll tell you why. They may give you a little bit of energy. And I always tell people, when you take the Protandim Trisynergizer, don't think you're going to wake up in the morning and be Superman or Wonder Woman. You may not feel anything for months, but it's working inside to upregulate and downregulate your cells so you can positively express your genes, so you have longevity and you have vitality and energy, and so you start to just feel better. But most importantly, you are quietly self-preserving. You are quietly protecting the garden inside your body, okay? That's the magic of being well. You know, the germ theory was blown to pieces. It's not about, yes, of course, we're supposed to wash our hands with hot water and soap and all of that. But we need to keep our garden inside of us healthy and free of weeds and all of that so the flowers can grow, right? And Protandim Trisynergizer is the only thing I've ever found in my practice. I know a lot of other doctors feel the same way. That will absolutely help you back down the 3 core reasons that we age and we die. But they will help you every single day positively express your genes, which is what we absolutely need to do. So I just want to share with you, I don't want to go on and on, but I want to just share with you something that I do, and I'm going to give you 2 pieces of information. So I didn't want to wait to the very, very end, and Frank can tell me when I have like 3 more minutes to talk, and I'll be quiet. I always stay on time. I'm very respectful of that. But you may want to grab a pen or get your phone out or what have you, because I want to give you, and I'll give this to you at the end as well, but I want to give you 2 pieces of information. So if you have a pad and pen, it won't take very long, and it's not a lot to write. Or if you have your phone, you could type it in there. I want you to at least do yourself and your family this honor of giving William Lambert a call. Okay, so I want you to write down this number. It's 910-690-6008. 910-690-6008. Okay? And you can call him, text him. William, lovely, lovely man, but he is there to educate you and to help you get the Protandim Trisynergizer in your family. Whether you have a diagnosis or not, or symptoms or not, if you are over 18 years of age, you need to give William a call and chat with him about this. It is extraordinarily important for you and your family. And I'll tell you a super, super quick story, then I'm going to tell you the other piece of information to write down, okay? I took my mother to to the doctor. Okay, I do. I have a nice, medical doctor, and I'm her naturopathic doctor, and we go see her primary care physician once a year. He can't believe it. He can't believe her blood pressure. She's on one low dose med. She's 85. She's driving her car. She's going to lunch with her girlfriend. She's getting her hair done every week. She is living independently. And her doctor said, I just had her there for her checkup. He cannot believe her pulse and her blood pressure and the way her heart is working. She's 85. Everything isn't perfect, but she's living on her own, driving on her own, cognitive function super sharp, and her own medical doctor can't believe how her pulse is and how she's only on this low dose of blood pressure med. Okay, at 85, that's pretty remarkable. And I have had her taking a pack of trisynergizers, okay, every single day. She takes it with lunch. I could go on and on. I'm not. And I'm allowed to say that because I am a naturopathic doctor. I have a practice. I'm not making health claims. And it's something about my own mother. And she gives me, permission to share. The other thing I want you to write down is my website. And I'm going to tell you why you would reach out. And that's very simple. It's inspiredbywellness.com. And I came up with that name years ago. My brother died young of brain cancer. It's a whole long story that ends very sadly, but I came up with that, inspiredbywellness.com. Why you reach out, first of all, there's a very helpful free gift, but I did something that I don't normally do. I put an extraordinary program in there, and it's very, very, very well priced, but it's called the Family Wellness Program. There's a 10-minute video. Click and watch the video about it. But what I want to share with you is you may know somebody that I could help, and I want to share this with you as we wind down. I do very, very different things in my practice. So who would come to me? And maybe you know someone. This person is very successful. They either have a big sales team, or they own a company, or they're an executive, and a lot of people depend on them. They have a little secret. They need to lose maybe 15 to maybe 50 some pounds, and they've had either a heart attack, they've had stents, they've gone to the doctor, and they're not doing well. Okay, they had an unnerving doctor's appointment with their cardiologist. And they're kind of even keeping this secret away from their family, not because they're dishonest, but they don't want to worry their family. So that's really who I help in a very, very private program. So you may know somebody like that. Maybe they've had a heart attack. Maybe they have some stents. Maybe they had, a health scare, and they're kind of hiding it in a way. But they need to lose some weight, and they need to get their heart health in order, or they're not going to be around. I mean, they're really looking at a very, very serious problem. So that is who I help, but I did put together my family wellness program there. That's really quite rare. And Jackie asked me to share this with you. I put something in there. I was very, very blessed to study with two of the foremost cancer experts in the world. Okay. And one of them passed away of old age. There was 8 medical doctors that were the core of my training. 5 of them, one passed away of old age, the other 4 don't even practice anymore, and the other 2 are in their 90s. So there's only 2 that you can get to when I give that information in my program. But the one that passed away of old age, and I'm not making any claims, but Jackie said, you have to share this with Frank's family, Lana. They never lost a patient in 25 years. Not making any health claims, God's in charge, but they had some food protocols that they used. They had some specific things that they did with their patients, okay? And I put that in the program. I put their really rare protocol in there. My entire cancer program is in there. My program to back down heart disease is in there. All of that is in there. I've never done anything like that before. Never. Only my private clients had access to all that information. I have it there as a special just for all of you and for people to go to, and I'll leave that up there till Sunday at that very, very special introductory offer for you. But if you want to reach out to me, if you know someone that's kind of hiding a health secret about their heart, or maybe they had stents put in, or a heart attack, or they've got a really serious issue going on, and a lot of people depend on them, and they have this beautiful, lovely life, but they've got this secret health issue about their heart or something else, you can reach out to me at inspiredbywellness.com. We can do an exchange and see if I could help. But I implore you about the Protandim Trisynergizer. I'm not one to come on, and it makes no difference to me if somebody buys something or they don't. Like, I have this information in my brain. I help my private clients. I don't need it because I know it. But I am here with my hands off the wheel saying, this is a very, very different time in our nation, and give William a call, because you may not feel anything when you start taking it, but I promise you it's working behind the scenes to help you back down the 3 core reasons that we age and we die. And I'm going to tell you something. I would get really, really nervous if our Protandim Trisynergizer shipment was late or wasn't coming in. I try to stash some. That's how serious I feel about it. I don't use a lot of vitamins in my practice. I'll give you one more tip, and Frank will tell me when I'm winding down here. But talk to your primary care doctor about vitamin D, okay? Really have a conversation. It's not a vitamin. Friends, it's not a vitamin. It's a hormone. And what it does in the body, it basically tells your cells, it's called cell differentiation. What the heck does that mean? It's a fancy word doctors use, right? What that means is telling your cells how to behave. So your kidney cells need to act like kidney cells. Your brain cells need to act like brain cells. Your lung cells need to act like lung cells. And when they don't and they go rogue, we got a big problem, because we got a big disease at the end of that highway that nobody wants to deal with. Vitamin D is extraordinarily important, okay? And yes, it's a fat-soluble vitamin, so you can't take a lot of it, and you need to take it with some other fats and calories, so that's a good thing to take away from your Protandim. But talk to your doctor about the vitamin D. And it used to be that average would be about, your number should be, it's an expensive test to get to. You can test your vitamin D levels and just say you want vitamin D. COVID is pneumonia. COVID, all the variants, Omicron, whatever. The issue there, it's a low D issue, okay? It's attacking your mitochondria and causing oxidative stress, which is why you need the Protandim Trisynergizer. And it's also a problem of low vitamin D. So you want that number to be around 50 nanograms per milliliter, okay? So I'm not diagnosing or anything like that, but talk to your own doctor. Make sure, I do have a link in my free gift about a really high quality vitamin D. I don't have anything to do with selling that at all. It's just a company I use in my own practice. But get a really good high quality vitamin D and get your levels around 50. Your number should be around 50. So if you're feeling lethargic and not yourself, check your vitamin D levels. And last thing about Protandim Trisynergizer, take it 3 hours away from any other vitamins, any other supplements, any other medication. Take it at another meal. So if you have to take some meds at breakfast, take your Protandim Trisynergizer at lunch, or vice versa. Take it with a meal and about 3 hours away. And reach out to me if you haven't grabbed my free gift at Inspired by Wellness. Go grab it. If you know someone that, like, oh my gosh, Dr. Lana, my sister-in-law is that patient that you described, or my significant other had a heart attack and their doctor just gave them this like kind of warning, and they're whatever, they're the head of this or that, and they have all kind of people that depend on them, including our family. So you can reach out to me there, get the free gift. The Family Wellness Program is on special for all of you till this Sunday at 5 o'clock. But give William a call, 910-690-6008. So give William a call. Go over to inspiredbywellness.com. Talk to your doctor about vitamin D, because a lot of our issues, especially with the viruses going around, are a low D issue. And really focus on well care, okay? Think self-preservation. All the other things in life are amazing, but if you are not preserving the health of your body and thinking, I need to invest in my own self-preservation, more than putting a roof over your head, right? We all need that. But you've got to flip the switch in your brain and say, I need to invest in my body
Dr.
and in my
Lana?
health. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you learned one thing, and I hope this blessed you in some way.
Dr. Lana, you did fantastic. Oh, go ahead, Will.
It helped me. I'll tell you what. I learn something every time I listen to you, Dr. Lana.
That's true. That's
Well,
true.
William, you're lovely, and it's my pleasure, and I hope I get to know you all better, and you get to know me, and Frank and Jan. Thank you for having me, and hope you all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Dr. Lana.
Right on time again, Frank.
Yes, she is. Thank you, Dr. Lana. I was very fascinated, intrigued, and you captivated me. I love the part where you said that, protandem is something to look at from a quietly preserving from the inside out. You may not
Yes,
even
sir.
realize that it's what it's doing to you inside, but oxidative stress is, it's like rust on a nail.
Yes,
It's like rust on
absolutely.
on a metal tool. The tool is not going to work. Your human cells with oxidative stress, it just erodes the double membrane of the human cell, the mitochondria, which gives us the power, like the electric grids of our cities. And it needs to be energized, and we do it with something called step-up transformers. If you notice along the blocks, you see these little round black containers up on the top of the telephone poles. That's so that it can boost the electricity, because it loses its energy as it's traveling down the pole. And the same thing with us human beings. Our mitochondria gets weak in producing the electricity, the energy that the nucleus of our cell needs. So these two combined together, the proper word synergizer, I like that, is a symbiotic relationship between the two that are keeping the cell healthy, in turn keeping you healthy. 18 months. They gave me 4 months, Dr. Lana, to live.
Oh,
Four
my Lord.
months.
No, no, no. And I'll tell you, Frank, really, really quick. Heart disease starts at about when we're school-age children. You can't feel it. And if you're over 20 years old, there's no way to slice it. It is aging. So heart disease starts when we're young children. And so by the time we're 20, 30, 40, 50, we have got to learn how to heal our cardiovascular system. And if you're over 20, over 18, like I said, my daughter takes Tri-Synergizer every day. So give William a call and reach out to me at Inspired by Wellness, and God bless you all.
God bless you, Dr. Lana. You have yourself a nice evening, and thank you again. We'll see you in the future.
You too.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. I'm going to take all this down and continue our...
Turn your phone off.
What's that, honey?
Disconnect.
Oh, okay. I forgot to take... Bye-bye, Dr. Lana. There we go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Very astute lady with some very powerful information, and I want to thank William for finding her and bringing her into our lives. Alrighty, well, back to work. So, on purpose, you know me, I do everything with a purpose more than I do it on purpose. I came on earlier. I told you that I would be here at a specific time, but oh, what's happening?
It's funny looking. There you go.
Is that better?
I think it's more straight now.
So I decided that I would come on a little bit earlier than normal. And for those of you that did not have a chance to come on early, well, you might want to subscribe. I'm not doing any advertising commercials. I'm just trying to help you. You may want to subscribe, because that way they'll tell you when I come on. And if they don't tell you when I come on, then every Monday, I'm on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. And there's a very good chance that you'll see me sometime during the week, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. It turned out that it's Thursday. Because what did I tell Eddie last Monday? Eddie, last week, they spent all that week, huh? They spent the whole week educating you about the exchange rate, the new exchange rate, huh? Yeah. And about the new small category notes? Yeah. And they told you that they're going to put out a video and they're calling it the pros and cons of the monetary reform? Yeah. But they canceled it, huh, last week? And instead, they repeated to you what they told you? Yeah, but they also added that we now have digital capability. I, as an Iraqi citizen, I can send my money outside. We know what that means. We're international. We're sovereign. This is fantastic, Mr. Frank. Yeah, it is. Now, I know that they kind of postponed the video, but get ready. You're about to see it. Now, that was Monday, right? And I told you, family, I'll be with you probably Friday because on Thursday, we'll see. Well, it turns out that tomorrow's my wife's birthday. I forgot. I'm in trouble. So I decided to be with you tonight because, yeah, they did something today on Thursday, like I told Eddie. And Eddie looked and he looked, and when he saw it, he said, "Oh my God." I don't usually say "Oh my God." I say "Oh my gosh." I try to respect God, but he said, "OMG, Frank." Your walking stick were, how did he put it? We're on or something. I said, yeah, yeah, you know. So my intentions are now to take you to Eddie's report because I came on early. Because I'm sorry. I came on early and I already gave you the other report. Wasn't that amazing? What was it? Kazimi says to the citizen, "We have a guarded surprise that we have worked on forever." And how did he put it? Kind of like, that it stops. Oh, and it's time. We have the laws now to implement this guarded secret that we have in the budget. What, cookies? No, it's not cookies, but it's just as delicious. And then just before we went into our commercials, I told you with walking stick, and I wanted you to know so bad. Now you know, right? Okay. Now with that in mind, those two things I've already given you before the commercials, you put those two together. You're about to understand why I told you, or I told Eddie, make sure you pay attention on Thursday. So, here's what I'd like to share with you. Let me go to Eddie's report. And I was with you Monday, so what was Monday, the 30th? What was Tuesday, the 1st?
Tuesday was the 30th.
Tuesday was the 30th. Let me go back to the 30th because you don't have any of that. And our Bible study starts at 7 o'clock. I would invite all 1,000 of you that are with us right now to come and be with us and praise God. Get to know Jesus. Where do you think this blessing is coming from? So I'm looking for, what I say, Jen?
30th.
30th. This is Monday. Monday. Okay, we did that. Yeah, that was the long one. Oh, that was super long Monday. And Tuesday. Here we go. So let's start. Tuesday at 7:39 in the morning. And for those of you that are new to our program, welcome. We see today that Kuwait is saying that the final payment has been decided, and it's $629 million for Iraq to pay. Mr. Frank, they're talking that this is the final payment that clears and leaves Iraq's financial future on the global market to be wide open. And then they said to us that there was no fraud found in the elections from the CBI. They also are telling us that the CBI is teaming up with Turkey to fight money laundering. The last part of our new special, we see the CBI governor talking about the banking structure and the added security that he has going on, new technology. It was the same stuff that we saw last weekend. So there's the repeat. And now, Tuesday, I say to him, yes, it does seem to be a repeat, but you're going to be told, but you're going to be told so much more this week again, Eddie. So basically, just get ready. Don't abandon your post. Stay by the television. Stay with IKEA. I want all three of those channels. Tuesday, 2:13 in the afternoon. Then he sends us the second report on Tuesday. Sauder officially announced that the Electoral Commission is saying that we have a winner, and that Sauder is also thanking all of them. He's doing this right now on the news, Frank, and we're still waiting, by the way, for him to name all the party members and the PM. Eddie, you already know who the PM is. Don't worry about any of the politics that they're talking about. Yes, sir, Mr. Frank. Yesterday. So this would be Wednesday. So now we're at Wednesday morning, okay? Here we go. Wednesday morning. They say on the news that the 2022 budget will be based off of $50 a barrel. It's certainly, excuse me, it's currently at $71 a barrel. So they just told us that the surplus, it's already projected. Then they're talking about the digital platform that you told us, Mr. Frank. They just told us that this platform will allow us to go international, and it is completed with all the other things that they have completed for us. Really? No, I didn't say really, but in my mind I go, really? Continue. And it will mirror the cash flow. The digital platform, he says, will mirror the cash flow. Of course, okay. Will mirror the cash flow, and Iraq will be able to help citizens with change for items. They're showing and they're talking to us now about something else, Mr. Frank. Oh, really, Eddie? What? Before I show you, let me catch you up. For those of you that are new, if you wonder why I show you what I read to you, is so that you don't sit there and say, I don't think he's reading that. So, you ready? Oh, and by the way, I went into our forum and team chat. I told our family members from KTFA, y'all put on your spiritual seatbelts on for the second part. You ready? Now you got to understand, last week I told Eddie, they're going to show you a pro and con video, son. And it's going to explain to you what they're doing. I know, Mr. Frank, they just told us that it's going to be an hour long. We're going to have it tonight, and then they're going to have more on it, and they're going to... Remember all that? Okay. But then they postponed it. Why? Because they repeated to them what they told them. Okay. But then, part 2 pops up today. And he said, oh, I already showed you that part. So then he says, and then Mr. Frank, okay, the 75% of the digital platform, it's completed. It will mirror the cash flow, and Iraq will be able to help citizens with change for items. Remember we were talking about that? They don't get money back in the market. Now, how are they going to get change back? Because they have the lower notes. Dun, 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 dun. They also will introduce them to the fills later, though. So anyways, and now, Mr. And now, sir, it just simply says, now they're showing and they're talking about the old currency again. You know, Mr. Frank, the ones from the 1940 that they showed us last week. And now they're going and saying how the new currency will support a true dinar rate. They told them that. I didn't tell them that. You know what that is, don't you? What's back there?
The flag.
The rear?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry, by the way. I'm having that. I told you that I lost my tooth right here, and they're doing dental work on me. So I'm sorry that I have a funny smile. But I think I'm going to be able to afford that tooth pretty soon. Anyways, so he says, "Yeah, Mr. Frank, they're now showing and talking about the old currency again. Like the 1940s, the currency that they showed us last week about the lower notes, and how the new notes that they're going to give us will support a true dinar rate. That's the rear, Eddie. I told you they were going to tell you that. And they said it will support a true rate as long as Iraq enters. Wait for it. You already got it. It's already completed. The global markets. Oh, Article 8? Yeah. So they can come in? Yeah. Freedom, capital movement? Yeah. No wonder your money can leave your country too. Yeah. And it's going to leave it at 1-to-1. That's what they told us. And it's going to grow. Yeah. But inside, it'll only be 1-to-1 for you. That's okay. Oh my word, Mr. Frey! Did you hear me? What I heard him say that he heard them say to him? Wow, yeah, they're saying that they're talking about the old currency again, 1940s, and how this new currency, the new notes will support a true dinar rate as long as Iraq enters the global market. And then they're telling us about deals with foreign countries. We never had that before, and how they must have a strong dinar. We must have a strong dinar to have these deals with these foreign countries, because Iraq will be a centerpiece in the Middle East region. What I call it, huh? What I call it? What? Right, yeah. I know. A central financial hub in the Middle East. Dubai will have nothing on you, Iraq. So Kazemi comes out, yep, and they tell the citizens all of this. Yep. Here. So let me take it from the very top. So yeah, they come out and they tell us that we're going to have a true rate, a true dinar, and because of this and that, and then all kinds of stuff. And then they're telling us the whole world is just coming in, and this and that and that and this, and they're talking about deals with foreign countries and how they must have a strong dinar because Iraq will be a centerpiece in the Middle East region. They're showing that the new companies that are going to drill 37 new oil fields in Barca area. You were right, Mr. Frank. It is not hundreds, it's thousands of oil fields that they're coming in to untap for us. We are going to be well off with many jobs, saying Iraq has more oil unfound still than any other country in the oil I think he means more than any other country that currently has oil. I think is what he's trying to say. Then they are showing us a prototype of a new railway system for us citizens, Mr. Frank. That they said that sets us up in the air. We're going to be traveling really fast from one place to another, carrying us citizens. This looks amazing what they just showed us, saying this will be one of many modern technology features coming to Iraqi citizens. Mr. Frank, we are space age. We fly now in our country. No, you don't. But anyways, yeah. So what they're telling them is far, far more than what the articles are telling you, I guess. So then I say to him yesterday at 1:20, it looks like it's 1:26 in the afternoon. I say to him, yeah, boring. No, not boring. Not boring. I say to him, hey, very good report, Eddie. Very good report there. It looks like the CBI is trying to explain to you why you need this new currency. Because you see, it has to match the new math that they're trying to explain to you. And in fact, Eddie, I got a feeling that they will explain to you the new math today. The new exchange rate of 1-to-1 against the American dollar, and not the sanction program rate of 11.90, because that does not mathematically work with the new small category notes that they're about to give you. And this is a wonderful step in your education, because in my opinion, it is putting you in a position to receive them now. You see, what they are describing to you What they are describing, I lost my. What they are putting you in a position to receive now, and you see, Eddie, what they are describing to you now. But like I told you, in my opinion, you're going to see them before they officially give you the new rate, so that you are prepared for the budget at the beginning of next year. Take note, Eddie. They are showing you again this week the old small category notes from the 1940s because they want to make sure you understand that they will be looking almost like the ones that they're going to hand out to you. The ones that you used to use back in the 40s are the equivalent of now to prepare you for the, I forgot, I don't care, to prepare you for small category notes, so you are fully understand the education process. And then I talked to him a lot, so hang in there, okay. Then I said, they are also bragging, son, about your economic explosion because they've been promising you jobs. They've been promising that your country would be powerful once again in the Middle Eastern region, and they are. Look at all these countries that are coming in. You think they're coming in because you have toilet paper of value for your currency? You are seeking purchasing power. You are seeking purchasing power. They are seeking your economic reform. I told you, the purchasing power must come first, then the economic reform. They are bragging about your economic explosion because of the monetary reform being set up under Article 8 internationally, allowing your economic explosion. Countries are pouring in. And as you look around, like I told you last week, Dubai will be jealous of you. Your country is going to become like Disney World, a fantasy and a reality. God bless you, Eddie. You all deserve this now. There's more. I'm not done. And to a degree, we deserve this now. We were the investors. We were the investors of Iraq. Without us, they would have had some difficulties. They had no money. They had nothing. Look, we investors bought a stock called the Iraqi dinar for an investment, for an ROI in something called the RV into the RI. And and it's time for those dividends. You all deserve this now, Eddie. Son, your key word now is in front of you. True dinar. I don't give you everything I give Eddie. And the CBI governor used those words for you today, didn't he? And as I told you, Eddie, you have hundreds of untapped oil fields. Actually, you have thousands of them. Oh, and then I said at the end, AI is even coming into your country, son. And that ain't necessarily good, but it is part of the sequence of this planet Earth's history to come. Then here's what happened, family. Put on your seatbelts now. How they doing, Tink?
Good.
Are they happy?
Mm-hmm.
No complaints. Okay.
Only one, but they're gone.
They're gone. Well, that's a shame because they're not going to hear this. What happened then is that yesterday, in the later afternoon, right there you can see the 503 right there. In the later afternoon, Eddie surprises me, and he sends me another report. And it was in frantic mode, to be honest with you, because he was typing fast. And here's what we got. Tell Mr. Frank, we now see the special commercial. It's on TV. We're watching it right now. They just said to us, they're saying that the currency of Iraq is tomorrow's future. Right. Do you understand? Do you understand what they're telling them? Program rate is not the future. It's the last 17 years they've been suffering, 18 years now. Kazemi comes out with his cabinets, his powerful people, CBI representatives. And they look at the camera and they tell the Iraqi citizens later in the afternoon, surprising them because they thought they were done. We now see the commercial, tell Mr. Frank, we now see the special commercial on TV. They're saying that the currency of Iraq is tomorrow's future. They say that this is the name. This is the name of the video special. Mr. Frank, they're going to give us another video tonight. They're telling us that's what they're going to call it, and they're talking about the digital platform in today's special. Also, this is the pros and cons. They say special that it will run through the weekend. It's at 9 p.m. It's at 9 p.m. Iraqi time. It's a 1-hour show today's while the segment was on digital platforms and its completion. So he was surprised that today they said, well, Kazemi, watch these. What do we see? Just watch these. To which I said to him, by the way, praise God. Praise God. Eddie, in my opinion, that means that you are just a matter of moments away before they show you what they are talking to you about. So keep your eyes glued to the television, okay? Keep your eyes glued to the television 24/7. You citizens will know long before. And he says, yes, sir, sending it to all of our people. Everybody is in their positions. He just told us that this is going to run through the whole week. I said, yes, it will. They're going to repeat this over and over and over again. But you still don't know what they're going to tell you, do you? Eddie, is there any way possible that you can get me a copy of the video or maybe the link where the CBI is releasing it? To be honest with you, I'm kind of excited because I want, because in my opinion, I got an idea of what they're going to tell you. So, and then he says, sending, maybe he can record it on the phone. Tell him, please, tell him that I'll pay him double. Then today. So, KTFA family, you got those seatbelts on? Then today, early, well, actually, it was late in the afternoon. It was 8:16 in the morning, as you can see here. So what happened was that, oh no, I'm running out of power with this phone, baby. Can you, if I lose this, that's the end of it. So what happened was that his late hours, still my afternoon, he sends this report. And he was totally shocked. He was happy that they had repeated everything already. He was happy what they told him. Oh man, this is great. International. Okay, we know what's going on. Okay, exchange rate. There's going to be a surprise in the budget. Okay, we know. Oh, we're going to be number one in the Middle East, not at a toilet paper rate. Okay, hey, we know everything. Okay, and then all of a sudden, hey, what? Late. It's late at night. Yeah, what? It's a late show. It's on. It's on. What's on what? The special. Really? I didn't think they were going to show one late again. But it's a different one. Excuse me? Last night's show was all on the digital platform. Yeah. But this morning, today, they said this all was complete and expected Iraq to be fully compliant sometime in early 2022. Then he said, the time is now until we guide Iraq to the stage of the international acceptance, in other words, until we were Article 8, acceptance of our country's currency. What? Yeah, Article 8. Will they use our currency? Will they buy, sell, and trade with it if we go Article 8 and send it outside at 1-to-1? completed. Expected Iraq to be fully compliant sometime in early 2022. And then he said to us that it is now the time up until when they will guide us, Iraqis, to the stage of the international acceptance of this country's currency, saying the Iraqi economy outlook is good and will be a leader not only in the Arab region, but is that okay with you, Kuwait? Is that okay with you? It is, isn't it? Economic outlook is good and will be a leader not only in the Arab region but globally too. Mr. Frank, they say that Iraq reaches international acceptance now, saying the banking sector is the key for the international acceptance and Iraq has been working hard on all of this behind the scenes. All talk was relating to something in the early 2022 in this series. It's another part that's coming out tonight. Oh man, I got it. Okay, so let me start by this part right here. And then the second part, what he just said, to which then he sends me something else. And here's what's going on. He says, hey, what? We got tonight's part 2. You do? Want to see it? I said, hold on, let me see it. Hit play. Hey, we got tonight. What? Part 2. Really? Yeah. Tonight's part will. They said they're gonna talk. They're gonna talk on the camera, and they're gonna talk to us, and they said that it will be called. They're gonna call the video. The second one for us. What? Can the dinar exchange rate return to its previous values? No. Look. So he's like, wait a minute, man. They just told us there's another part to this video, and they're going to call it, can the dinar rate return to its previous value? Really? Oh, that was tonight's. Here it is. Okay, Eddie, well, hold on. So then I hit it and I play it. And when I play it, the only reaction that I had to him was, wow, dude. I said, wow. Tell him I said, hell yes. Yeah, you can. Yeah, tell them they can do raise the value. I don't give a squat. Eddie, Walking Stick and I want you to know, son, that this is the final moments, the final countdown, as Walking Stick put it to you, remember? Now pay close attention to everything that they're telling you and keep sending these pictures, you understand? Keep sending me the videos, the links, the pictures, everything. The next video from the CBI and Kazemi of the pros and cons will probably show you the new small category notes as they talk to you about why they have to change the exchange rate. Don't forget, like I told you, you're going to see these in the banks. And they need to talk to you and give you the whys, and they have to give you the new small category notes to match the new exchange rate, because the program rate is only a calculation for the 30 notes that are now being removed permanently from inside of your country. And it's being done by bringing you in by removing the final 30 notes at the ATM machines. Notice how you brought in yours? The CBI is driving you to bring in the dinar mattress notes if you want the new small notes in a physical manner. If not, I didn't show you what I read before, but yeah, what the heck with it. We're running out of time here. Pastor Kendall, bear with me, okay? The CBI is driving you to bring in the mattress dinar notes. If you want the new small notes in a physical manner, you got to come into the banks. If not, you will only be assigned your new small category notes electronically, digitally. The ATM machines will feed you physically also in the banks, but you have to come in and get them and turn in your 30 notes in order to get them physically. It's brilliant. uh, did I show you that? So don't forget, son, what Walking Stick and I told you, that they will show you inside of the banks the bulletin boards and the currency sheets. Then they will put those same pictures on the electronic billboards outside in the streets for everyone then to see them. Then, in my opinion, I believe that the exchange rate will be introduced to you after all of this. Because, in my opinion, they have to show you what they're going to give you first and then give you the exchange rate either simultaneously or just shortly after they show you. They can't just give these new currency notes in your hands because you guys will not fully understand it. It must not fail with you. Once that step has been accomplished, then they will the new exchange rate. In my opinion, the new exchange will be more towards the end of the year, closer to the beginning of next year. Or it will be given to you on the first of the year. As I keep telling you, the most important thing is that they have to educate you on what you're going to get. You must understand it, the hows, the whys, the reasons, and everything. As I keep repeating to you over and over again, your education is for 2021. Your new exchange rate is for the start of 2022 in that budget. They told you that there's a guarded secret in the budget, and it sure as hell ain't a bunch of cookies. It's a bunch of value to your new currency that is now sovereign and now a part of the international world in the Middle East. Not bad, huh, son? Not bad at all. Not bad. He said, yes, sir. We are all extremely excited. Yes, sir. Exactly. You were point on. We see on TV. We are waiting for more. Eddie, tonight. Oh, I'm talking to Neil. This is to Neil. Hey, so I said, because the communication with Eddie ended. And I said, tonight, Neil, he's going to get an explosion of information. Wait till you see his reaction. And, yeah. So, what is it that they gave them from this second video? The one that I tapped on and listened to? Let them tell you. And if they don't tell you, and we know that it's out in more detail, then we'll talk about it on Monday. You're always ahead of the curve. Always at KTFA, praise God. And you always end up understanding what's way ahead of the curve, beyond the horizon. The less than 1% that demand, they get critical, we're not here to deal with them. My staff bans every negative post. Every negative post. Be careful what you post. On that same subject, you do know that, yes, I am a registered agent with a licensed broker with the United States Treasury. Yeah, we're one of the few people that have dinars and dongs, and yeah, I don't wholesale to any other dealer any longer. And this is what I want to bring up on this subject. When you call me to place an order, you have 48 hours to send the money to the licensed broker, my partner, as long as it's stamped, as long as it's postmarked in those 2 days, in those first 48 hours, you're going to get your dinar no matter what. It's guaranteed no matter what, because we have plenty in inventory. I told you, my friend's firm has banks in Iraq. No, we don't get them from Iraq. The CBI stopped selling Iraqi dinars almost 3 years ago. I told you that 2 of them own banks in Baghdad, and the other gentleman owns 4 banks in Jordan. Yeah, we can get dinars. But the thing that is bothering me is that many of you are calling and placing an order, and then you don't send the money within those 48 hours because you are hoping that the value is going to go up. So you played me for a fool. You wasted my time, all the paperwork and typing, and my wife, the work, everything that we do. Not nice. So what we're doing is that whenever somebody places an order with us, and if they don't pay for it, we write down your name, your phone number, and your email, your address. Those are the things that we get from you. And when you call us back to place an order, I will never take another order from you ever again. I used to. I used to have a heart that cared for everyone. I still do. But I won't let you take all the blood out of my heart any longer. And that is very wicked for people to do that. But it's a small percentage, but it does cause problems. You see, when you call, we put that money aside. It's guaranteed. But you just tie it up for us. Not nice. Alrighty, so Iran is talking to Fox News, and Iran is begging Biden. Actually, let me be more specific. A very large group of Iranian citizens have talked to Fox News and are begging Biden, Joseph Biden, to please help the Iranian citizens from the terrorist regime that is there. Iran happens to have the largest Christian group growth on this planet. Christianity is growing in Iran tremendously. But I don't believe that Joseph Biden is going to help these Iranians. You can Google this and see them. They cover themselves in fear. They change their voice, and they're sending out messages to Joseph Biden, help us, please. But he won't. He won't. So we need to pray once again that Joseph Biden has the Holy Spirit come into his heart, or that God can use the evil that Joseph Biden is for good, because God has a history of doing that. Yeah, so pray without stopping, pray without ceasing, okay? Anyways, Biden, I tell you. I mean, I'm not here criticizing the man. I'm telling the facts about him. And if I was to say something like, Biden makes Mr. Magoo look like Einstein, that would be a fact. Anyways, I'm done. Iraq, you are tradable. You Iraqi citizens, you don't care about no exchange. You only care about purchasing power. You are international and you follow all the international rules, laws, and regulations. And now the Central Bank of Iraq has come out and they have said to you, citizens, today, we have part 2 of the video. Here it is. And what was the topic, the title of that video? Yeah. It's about changing the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar and why. God bless you all. Thank you kindly for being with us. Let's come on over to our Bible study, okay? Come to our Bible study and be with us and praise God. There is 1.3. Now it's 1.2 because you know I'm ending. Let them go away so I can tell you something else. No, I'm done. Oh, please come on over, okay? You know, if you get more from this side than the other side, then you're on the wrong side. You find there's much more pleasure in studying God's words than studying the world. I don't want to sit on the sideline. God, put me in. Make me a starter. Put me in. I don't want to sit on the sidelines. And that's what KTFA will do. God will put KTFA in the active fields in the four corners of the world. My goal is to project the Ten Commandments on the China wall. Yeah, they'll know who did it. I'll take care. God bless you. A hui ho again next Monday. Happy birthday, Tink.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Tinker. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Love you.
I love you too, sweetheart. Y'all take care. This is exciting, isn't it? Bye-bye.
This session is no longer being recorded. Goodbye.
Ooh. What? What?
Bible study.
Just don't say freezer. I know we got to go Bible